This is part 3 of this bizarre series of me unpacking my life. And it's not even my life because I've got this storage shed that's about 500 metres down the road and turn left. And it has got about 4 to 5 times as much stuff as I've got here. Most of which is going to go in the next week or so. If not in the next week or so, definitely by second week in May. It has to. I can't live knowing that I've got that much stuff that's squirreled away, that's closeted away. I feel bad enough when I've got see this? Oh, by the way, this is, what are we up to now? 33, so 33. So about roughly 28 minutes since the last video, I've very, very slowly opened up that bag and gotten most of the stuff out of there. And as I said, what I do is I spread it all around to find things, and it was only when I got the last bit of stuff out, which was about 1,000 receipts in my umbrella, which was stuck in the back of the van for ages when I really needed it. I've made a startling discovery, or not a startling, but a very annoying discovery, and that is that I seem to have left my backup belt. I might have, thinking that I didn't need it, I might have left it in the charity bag that went to the Apollo van place in Somerton yesterday afternoon. Or more than likely stayed in the back of the van because I think I left a bag of stuff along with my rubbish and my recycling. I don't know. The practical upshot of this is that I can't wear my cool rock black jeans tonight because I don't have a belt. And as I found out this morning at breakfast, when my other belt had broken either last night or early this morning, I've lost some girth. These things, when I've been at my fat times, and I'm going to say that I'm carrying a little bit of extra lard at the moment. No, not so much lard as bloat. It's mostly bloat. But I put these on this morning. I was walking around breakfast with a hand in my pocket because they were falling down. Exactly how that's happened, I'm not exactly sure, because it doesn't seem to correlate with all of the carbs, the beer, the spirits, the long periods of driving or sitting around. Anyway, doesn't matter. That's for another time. I don't generally. I used to, back in about 2011, when I was working as a domestic cleaner and tertiary lecturer. Yes, those two. I would quite routinely jump on scales and watch my weight going down because I was working very hard as a domestic cleaner. There was a lot of hard yakka involved, and I would watch the numbers go down, and it was great for me at the time. That was a good metric. 2019 when I was in Darwin, same thing. I lost 17 kilos, and I would watch the weight go down every single day. Even if it was 0.1 of a kilogram, it kept going down. It went down by 17 kilograms between May 2019 and December 2019. Then it went up again. I don't use scales anymore. They're not a good metric. The belt, when I've got one that functions and when I've got one full stop, that's a good metric. A whole bunch of other things. My ability to reach certain things. At the moment, this arm has got a bit of an issue raising much above that. And I've got some ideas about what that's about. And I've also got some little bruises on my upper body. And again, and I've also got a cracking, right on the top of my head. Chitin, I love you, but your big gutters, your big culvert gutters, first of all, that buggered up this knee. Sorry, I buggered up this knee on your culvert. And then when I was ducking down to focusing so much on the culvert, making sure that I got through it with a low centre of gravity, when I came up, bang, smacked my head straight into this really thick tree branch. So, as much as I'm looking after myself a little bit, I do have a certain capacity to hurt myself. Anyway, moving right along. So, mostly clean, but I'll probably wash them all again tomorrow anyway, in a proper washing machine, not a shower or a bucket. Or what did I use the other day? That plastic container from the dollar shop. Not from the dollar shop, from the... Where did I buy it from? It was an IGA, I think. $10. You know, the containers, plastic, deep. Put a whole bunch of stuff in there, but in the last couple of days, I filled it full of water and soap suds and clothes. And as I drove along, it sort of washed the clothes. Didn't wash them, it just got some dirt out of them. Definitely dirty, 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 dirty. I was going to wear those, but I can't without a belt. Unless I... I can wear them but pull the drawstring out, but then I've got to have the confidence to be able to put the drawstring back into these pants. It's an option. I'll think about that one. I don't have that much time to be thinking about it, but anyway. And finally, I'm just going to finish off with this one. And again, this is my journal of record. Oh, this music. I was gonna stop off at an Australia Post yesterday and stick it into a parcel and send it back to myself, so I didn't have to bother about putting it through extra luggage, because I was trying to buy extra baggage on my flight back from Melbourne to Perth yesterday, and for some reason when I tried for 36 hours leading up to my flight, it just kept greying out, wouldn't let me do it. Then I wrote to my travel agent, didn't ring because of time differences and things, and she never returned the email, so I'm guessing that she must be off. And if she is off, Flight Centre at Burragoon, got to monitor your emails if people are, But she did have an auto thing. She does have an auto thing that says, I work Tuesdays to whatever day. I will endeavour to get back to you within 5 business days. Da, 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 da. So I could have called, didn't. Could have called Virgin, but then I thought, the thought of being on the phone forever just filled me with dread. What am I trying to say here? So in the end, I did. I upgraded to business class. Cost me a pretty penny. And when I got to the airport, I told my sob story about trying to add extra bags, and they said, well, no. If you're travelling business class, you get 3 bags. I said, oh, great. Well, I've got 2, and I'll take the rest on board. Not the wheelie bags. If you get onto a plane with a wheelie bag, with anything bigger than, say, something like that, and especially if it's got a handle and wheels, and you try and put that in the overhead compartment as a guy across the aisle from me did, I'm going to say you're a bit of a fuckwit. I'm going to say you're a little bit of a self-involved person, and yes, you might have very, very personal possessions in there. Find a different fucking way. Don't take fucking wheelie bags onto the fucking plane. Please. That's a personal bugbear. Oh, couldn't find my turmeric. Right, now, so wrapping this all up, it's Bill Quinn from City of Coburn, but I do want to share with you the story of these two. So I did a 6-day house sit in City of Coburn back in February? It must have been in February. And it was great. A couple of challenging things, but on the whole, fantastic. And I'm going back there for 4 weeks, starting on, if today's the 5th, tomorrow's the 6th, Thursday week, going back there for 4 weeks, and I'm going to hibernate in the City of Coburn. When I left, I got a phone call or an email or a text or something saying, oh, you left a couple of things here, including my treasured, but I have to get some extra ones anyway, my treasured 8CCC 102.1 FM Alice Springs and Tennant Creek t-shirt. Unfortunately, by the time I got back, he chucked it in the dryer. You don't chuck those sorts of t-shirts in the dryer. And it sort of cracked the transfer, the printing on the front. But that's okay, that's all right. It's cracked and a bit fractured, a bit like this guy.
The SBS audio app, SBS Chills Home for streaming.
Oh! Could not have scripted it. Could not have scripted it better. I hope I've got enough storage to get to the end of this. This is Muy Tranquillo by Grammatique. And this is my farewell music. I'm not going anywhere, but I'm going to wall you up very soon. Go to Bill Quinn on Facebook. It's my last post for Bill Quinn, the profile. Muy Tranquillo. And I used it as my farewell music on my mixed radio shows on 107.9 FM, Radio Free Metal, radiofreemetal.com.au. You can listen to them all still for months. Every single program I ever did is still on. www.radiofreemetal.com.au. So, went back, got my sorry, that was a bit loud. Went back, got my t-shirt, got something else that I'd left there. They put them through the dryer. That's okay, because I've got to renew my membership to ACCC 102.1 FM Community Radio, Alice Springs and Tennant Creek. I offered to renew my subscription renew my sponsorship, but they never got back to me, so I'm going to take that as a comment. A couple of days later, as I was heading out down the road to Nannup on my 36-day odyssey, I realised I'd taken a couple of their hand towels, got caught up in this sort of palaver. So, Thursday week, I'll be returning these, and I will not only wash them, but I'll be soaking them for about 36 hours in some sort of dye sand, nappy sand type thing, because they've had some adventures. They've been stashed in cupboards. They've been in cupboards within the camper van. They've been stashed in bags, in buckets, in all sorts of things. I think that's enough for now, don't you? It's Bill Quinn from the city of Coburn. I'll see you if I'm looking at you. But bye. I won't wait till the end of this one. Muy, M-U-Y, tranquillo, T-R-N-Q-U-I-L-O, muy tranquillo, by Gramatik, G-R-A-M-A-T-I-K. Love this piece of music. Download it. You can download it for free. Go to the things I just told you on YouTube. You can download it. Instant friends with Spanish speakers, Spanish people and South Americans. And now it's trotting out, and so shall I. I'll see you when I'm looking at you. Bye for now.